Hi everybody, I'm talking to you from a hospital bed here at the Midi Clinic in Bloemfontein in South Africa. I was 10 days in ICU, which stands for Intensive Care Unit, and unfortunately I was not able to communicate to anybody during that time. So this is my first communication with you guys across the world. And the first thing I want to do is thank you for all your emails, SMSs, voicemails, all of you. Thanks so much for the love, support, the prayers, and the good energy that you sent me from across the world. It meant a lot to me. And I want to thank all the sisters and nurses and doctors that looked after me, especially the doctors that operated on me, Dr. Simmons, the anaesthetist, Dr. Willie Marks was there, and they started around after midnight and they finished at 4:45 in the morning, and they don't know how many stitches they put in, but well over 100 stitches. So my dangers now are infection from the wounds, obviously. I've got wounds on my thighs. I've got wounds on my back of my legs. Corbett caught me across the back of my leg as well, my back as well, down across the backbone. He chipped a little piece of my spine. That's not as serious as it sounds. And one of his claws went to the liver and nicked a bit of the liver. And I'll show you in a minute. I've got a very serious one right here in the groin. Okay, this is the most dangerous wound here, because basically he got his dew claws into my groin here, and this is extremely deep, this wound. This wound is cut through the thyroid, and it's also cut through the lymph glands. So doctors are watching this one like a hawk. Now, the big arteries that feed the body come through the groin here. Now, just a few more inches to the right, and he would have severed an artery vein, and I can tell you I would not be talking to you today. Over here are just more rakes. They're not as serious as this wound here, but they're still serious because there's many of them. Now, tigers have 4 claws on the front of the pad, and so his dew claw went in there, and then the other 4 claws raked through here, and he held with the dew claw, and then he raked. If you can see my hand, he raked like this with the dew claw anchored in here, and that's why that's so dangerous. Okay, this is where he broke my 10th and 9th rib, and that is very, very serious, because when you get a rib broken, if your body condition is down and your body can't fight, basically because you incapacitated, those 2 ribs, 9 and 10, will just virtually in the end they will cause death. That's just a natural healing process that I have to go through, but it's a long process, 21 days before those ribs will heal, and so that gives me no mobility. I've had 5 operations so far, and they've gone pretty well, and those operations are purely to go in and then they take all the dressings off the wounds and they redress the wounds. Corbett himself was when he was just over 2 years old, he's learning to hunt. He got stabbed by a blesbuck, and the horn went into his nostril and ripped his nose right off his face. So about 2 days after that attack from the blesbuck, we darted him and put him on the table. And these shots that you see here are him being stitched up. So that was a job we did in the field. Charlotte Moye, a very fine vet. 3.5 hours that operation took to stitch Corbett up, and now he's put me in the same position, except my wound's a little bit more serious than his.